Hi and welcome to day 13 of Inktober Tangles. 2 more days and we are almost, we are at the middle of the month almost. Today's tangle is a tangle by Zentangle Icanthis. It's a spin-off from the Icanthis leaf shape that Maria Thomas, one of the founders of the Zentangle method, used a lot as a calligrapher, and I love this tangle. So I will just, I will use my usual way to draw it, and you might have a different way. I will just nest it here to fill this space, and I'm starting with a stem, and then, well, this is what I typically do. I do these bold leaves that I end with kind of a fescue shape. Oops, what did I do here? Okay, whatever. It is what it is. I'm just, rolling with it. It's not like, even in nature, they are all the same shape and size. So let's just pretend that it should have been like that, and then I will add some more, and you can see how I'm just adding more and more, and then I will use this typical almost a scribble to connect some of these and add some inking in. I'm using the same here, just like scribbling, and then when I'm done with these kind of leaves, I will add more of the veins. I'm kind of leaning towards this central stem as I add more leaves. And this might not be the easiest way if you are just using Zentangle's step outs to do this, that's fine. This kind of looks bolder, at least it's the way that I see it, and has some more character. Does it? Well, it's up to you to decide if you like it or not, and if you are just going to stick to the original step out and use it to add the Icanthis. What I'm doing right now is adding some roundings just to give it some more boldness and contrast. I always like to pay attention to these details. I'm not sure whether I should maybe just ink this in. These spaces between the tangles are quite small, and the tile will be busy with tangles too. So if I just add black ink like this, it will kind of balance out these lines. I'm sure that your drawing, even if you're following my videos, doesn't look like mine, so you can nest this Icanthis wherever you want. Do I even need to tell you that? Of course you can. I'm adding some shades around the veins and around the central stem. Not in any particular way, it's not like I'm imagining where the light source is or anything like that. Just want to give it some more 3D appearance, hopefully. and some more texture. And then I will do some highlighting with the white pencil. I sharpen my little white pencil at least a little bit, and then I will add the highlight to the tops of the leaves. First just applying it like this, and then I will blend it, of course. Not too much, because there's not too much space to accommodate. So the bigger you tangle, the easier it is to use all kinds of embellishments and shades and highlights, unless you are a tiny tangler, which is then a different story. I'm not. I like to take some space. So this is even tinier than I would normally do, because I want to fit some more tangles from this Inktober challenge into one tile. Now I will just, maybe retrace some of these lines with my black pen, if they were muted with this white color. And finally, the last thing, maybe add a few dots with my white gel pen to just add the shiniest highlights. And on top of this white pencil, they will be brighter than they would be if there was no white pencil below them. If you remember yesterday how I applied it here over the colored background. So here it is, my Icanthis, one of my maybe even favorite tangles, at least since I figured out a way to draw it so that I got friends with it. And this is, sometimes it takes time. For me it took years. So don't think that every tangle I try to draw is immediately like, okay, it's easy, it flows nicely. It's not the case, especially with more complex tangles like this. It takes time to build the confidence and friendship. So take your time. Thanks for tangling with me. Bye.